Have you ever felt that there's an invisible force holding you back? No matter how hard it is that you try, no matter how hard you push towards your goals and how well you've planned things out and executed them, you can never seem to reach that elusive dream of yours, that big achievement. Well, in this video, I'm going to talk to you about why your success door is locked. And I'm going to explain to you the process of unlocking this door and give you the key to overcoming this resistance, overcoming this invisible force and crushing it so you can finally get those goals and dreams that you've been working so hard towards and that you totally deserve. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. Your success door. What is it? It's an invisible force. You know, our conscious mind is the only entity that remembers its beginning and looks forward to its end. It's true, my friend. There are no other conscious beings that think in such a way. And it puts us in a unique position. It puts us in a unique position to be the creators of our own reality. It puts us in a position to see the mistakes of our past and to see the potential of our future. And it's even said in the book of John, in the Bible, by Jesus Christ, is it not written in your law that you are gods? That you are gods. You see, you are created in the image of God. Whether you believe in God or universe or the source, you are created in the image of the divine that you came from. And that gives you the ability to be a creator of your own reality. But knowing this, there are certain forces that have been put into play to stop you from ever realizing this. And again, it says in Psalms, I've said, you are gods and all of you are children of the Most High. Meaning, exactly what I just said, that you are created in the image of the divine, that you have the ability to create your reality so long as you're able to break through the barriers, the success doors that are locked, and finding those special keys. And it's something that might catch you off guard, so stay to the end of this video. What is your success door? What is it? These are all your dreams behind this invisible wall. Some people call it a glass ceiling. And why have you not been able to punch through that? Why have you not been able to move through this resistance? It's because that just like we have creative potential to be divine creators, we also have egoic sort of forces, negative forces working against us. And we're part of a control system. We are part of a control system. And this system is designed to encode messages in your brain from when you were born at a very subconscious level that are given to you by friends, family, institutions. And what happens is these things, they disempower you. They're also designed to discourage any individuality. And when we look at trying to break away from this norm, when we look to break away from this control system, it immediately tries to hammer us back because we can never realize our creative potential. It never wants us to realize our creative potential. Some people call this the devil, right? The devil works overtime when you're on your mission and you're getting closer and closer to your goal. It works overtime to make sure you don't get there. All these messages are encoded to do one thing for you, to make sure you never get past that door, never even think about putting the key in the door. That is fear. Fear is the number one tool of the control system to keep you exactly where you're at. And that's why I put the fear there as a doormat, because many people stop right at the success door and they let fear stop them from getting through that door. So this control system is giving us feedback through friends, family, institutions, what we call tradition, right? Tradition. Just do it because everybody before you has been doing it. Just do it because mom's been doing it, because grandma did it, because great grandma did it. She learned it from her. We keep passing these things down, and it is a framework for reality. But it's not a true framework of reality. It's not. So this script, remember, is running on autopilot. This is not something you consciously think about. In fact, many of these things get buried deep within our subconscious mind. Let's look at how this actually happens. Your subconscious mind is your self-concept. It is the idea of who you are. This is the idea, this is all the traditions, all the mental frameworks, the ways of thinking, the ways of solving problems that you're given to you by your parents, This is all encoded into, can you see this? Into your subconscious mind. In the Bible, it says, you have taken away the key of knowledge because you did not enter within yourself. What does this mean? Your subconscious mind is your self-concept. It makes up 90% of your brain capacity. It is who you are. And you never really fully get to see that. Think about an iceberg. Only like 10% of the iceberg is above the water, right? That's the part that you get to see. That's the part, ironically, that the conscious mind gets to identify with. And that is your conscious mind, is this the 10%. That's your perception of reality. Subconscious mind makes up 90% of your brain capacity. And now what happens is with this 10%, we project all our fears, we project all our resistance, we project all our traumas, we project all our negativity onto the subconscious mind, and it gets stored there. And these things get programmed by the control system through this 10%. So this 10% is where you and I reside on a daily basis. Between here and there is your success door, the key to your subconscious mind. We're going to talk about what is the key to unlocking your subconscious mind and opening up that 90% and letting all the stuff come out, all the good and bad come out, all right? It's all going to come out at one point. But let's talk about real quick the programming, how this script, the subconscious script, is actually writing itself like computer code. And you can think of it as a plant. You see, in the soil, the bed of soil here where this plant is growing is sort of the substrate. It is the bed where beliefs can take root. It is where thoughts come in as seeds and are planted in this bed of substrate. And this forms your idea of self. This is your subconscious self, how you operate at a subconscious level. Now, if you're planting negative seeds, if you're planting bad seeds, if you're planting a seed that's like, I'm not good enough, I'll never succeed, life is hard, these seeds eventually bury themselves deep into your subconscious mind where they take root and actually start operating your life based on these beliefs, whether you consciously think about it or not. And over time, hanging on to these negative beliefs, it can manifest as real negative things showing up in your life. It can show up as a disease. It can show up as cancer. It could show up as all kinds of different things that will come up and sprout up one day as a weed. Now, this is terrible for you because if you're working towards your goal, if you're, trying to manifest real positive things in your life, and you have these weeds coming up everywhere because you've planted in the past these bad seeds that buried themselves deep in your subconscious mind as beliefs, then you're gonna have all these weeds coming up as you're trying to grow a beautiful flower. And the weeds are gonna choke it out because you have so many negative, bad beliefs that you've taken on through childhood, that you've taken on throughout your life, that you've held onto from negative experiences that you never processed fully. And so in doing that, we have to look at our personal dialogue, how we talk to ourselves. What are our limiting beliefs? What are the things that we tell ourselves every day? What are those little phrases we utter here and there every day that we don't put much thought into? This is the script that we're running for ourselves. And here's the thing. Many of us are accustomed in this way of living today to look towards external sources of validation. We look at the outside to make us feel full and make us feel whole or complete, right? Many people look towards material things on the outside to feel happy. And I was like this too for a long time, very materialistic. And what I found is no matter how much material wealth you begin to accumulate, it doesn't actually add to your happiness. You always fall to the baseline level of happiness. You always fall to your baseline level of operation. And what do we call this? Habits. You always fall back into your habits, and it becomes habit to have these bad seeds of belief and falling back on them because we don't challenge our limiting beliefs. So that is step number one, is to challenge your limiting beliefs. Look for validation inside. Warren Buffett said something that I always remember. And he says, I never look at myself, I never weigh my self-worth based on my outer scorecard. His outer scorecard was the score others kept of him, the way he invested money in his stocks, the way he conducted business deals. That's how people would judge him. He never judged himself that way. He always judged himself by his inner scorecard. That inner scorecard, you keep score and you get to decide what you're keeping score of. And that is how you can cultivate true happiness. We talked about this and breaking out of this box. And by breaking out of this box, you have to challenge your limiting beliefs. But also you have to remember, this is running on autopilot and it must be reprogrammed. So what can we do to reprogram it? I'm going to take you back here again and remind you that you are the creator of your reality. Take a look what it says in Isaiah, in the book of Isaiah here. I form the light. This is God speaking. I form the light and I create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. The Lord creates evil. What? No. Think about it like this. An atom, okay? It is beautiful. It can be used for multiple things. You can take an atom and create a nuclear power plant with it. You can create almost free and clean energy with it. Or you could take the atom and create an atom bomb and create massive destruction. So this power that you have in the right hands can create beauty, can create incredible things when it's limitless and positive. Or can create something incredibly dark and evil when it's suppressed or manipulated in some way. So you get to decide, right? This is our choice to make. And so you have to make a choice today if you want to live with these beliefs for the rest of your life. It is hard work to dig deep in your subconscious mind and face your shadow. And I'm going to talk to you about how to do this in a second. But it is incredibly challenging. But once you do that, you're going to shed layers. You're going to shed layers of just mental and emotional weight that you've been carrying for a long time. And you may even reverse some chronic diseases, because diseases, in fact, do manifest from negative beliefs, from negative thoughts, from certain experiences and traumas that you've experienced over your lifetime. So we're going to choose new beliefs and then we're going to take action on them, because without taking action, you're just left with an atom. It's just an atom, right? Can't really do anything with an atom. You get to decide what you do with that. And then you're going to repeat and affirm your new beliefs. So once you've chosen your new beliefs, you're going to repeat and you're going to affirm them. Actually, I missed a step here. So you can't do any of this stuff without the key, right? What's the key to entering your self-concept? What's the key to entering your subconscious mind? It is meditation. Meditation. That is the number one thing to enter your subconscious mind and truly begin to see behind the curtain of the play that is your life, of what's going on back there. And there may be some really dark stuff that comes out, right? We suppress negative subconscious things all the time, and they still get stored in our body. They still get stored in our minds. So in meditating, when you're sitting there in silence, giving yourself a moment to sit in silence, all the negative thoughts will start coming up. All the negative stuff will start coming up first, right? You have to deal with that stuff. And this is where I recommend you get therapy, where you listen to meditations. I just created my first meditation, actually. I'd love to have you check it out, and I'm going to plug that in the description below. In meditation, remember what we read earlier. You have taken away the key of knowledge because you did not enter within yourself. You must enter within yourself through the process of meditation. Some people do prayer. Prayer can be effective as well. Going back here, off the side tangent. You choose new beliefs, you take action on them, you repeat and affirm those new beliefs. You may not believe the beliefs at first, but by taking action on them, triggers will start coming up. You'll start getting upset out of nowhere, feelings will come up, emotions will come up, and that's the best thing in that moment, because you want to let the triggers be the guide. You don't want to avoid the triggers, and worse, you don't want to externalize the trigger and say, like, that person pissed me off. Who cares if that person pissed you off? Look within yourself. Why are you upset? What does the theme of this experience, symbolically, what does this experience represent to you, right? What does this experience represent to you? And then what's the underlying belief of that experience? Once you change that belief, then you might not feel the same way as you do about that experience. Your perception will shift, because everything is perception. So you let the triggers be the guide. And then in this process, doing this over and over and over again, you'll begin to feel a lightness. During meditation, the negative thoughts won't come up as much. In fact, you may even start feeling some positive thoughts. You may start hearing your positive affirmations that you've been telling yourself. Flip these. I'm not enough, or opposite of that is I am limitless. I'll never succeed. I'll succeed at everything I do, right? And then actually behaving in line with that, making that your natural identity. If you have the belief that you succeed at everything you do, everything that you want to do, you must actually try and take action towards it. And in doing this, your success door, my friend, will unlock and you will get access to all your dreams and desires. So with that being said, leave comments down below if this process has worked for you. Check out the meditation, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.